how are you? First of all, a couple of things. The lighting is terrible because I didn't want to bring my whole setup out here to wrap gifts. Second of all, my tongue is red because I've been chewing cough drops non-stop all day. And third of all, it's the night before Christmas Eve and I have nothing wrapped. Yeah, I'm not wearing a stitch of makeup and this is like kind of my natural state. I was hoping you guys would be down to do like a gift wrapping Q&A-esque video. I'm gonna be posting this on Christmas Day, I'm pretty sure, because number one, everyone will have already gotten the gifts that I'm wrapping, so that I'm not like spoiling anything. That's kind of why I waited to do this video, because a lot of you wanted wrapping videos, but my family watches all of my videos, so I didn't want to just like give away all of those gifts. I want to just post something really chill on Christmas, because I feel like it's about like spending time with your family and like just hanging out and wanting to do all this crazy stuff. So if you want to like escape your family because yours is crazy, watch this video. And if you just want to watch this a couple days later, I'm fine with that too. I'm just throwing this up because it's Glowmas and that's what we're doing. So I had to put this gift in a bag. It's for my boyfriend's aunt. I found this 9 West purse at Marshall's and it was a really good deal. It was normally like an $80 bag and I got it on sale for like $30, I think. I think it's a really beautiful purse. She likes bags. We always talk about purses and she always compliments my purses. She has purses that are a similar color and kind of style, but her purses are not as like fitted as this one is, like how it's kind of like tailored and a little bit sharper on the edges. Hers are a little bit rounder. So I thought she could have just like a nice bag to take with her to work and everything. And I really like it. Technically it's from me and Charles, but I think she's gonna know like who picked it out. Next. I'm wrapping the gifts Charles got too because he is incredibly lazy. I just offered and he was like, why wouldn't I let you do that? So he actually got my parents, I think this is literally the best gift of Christmas. Like, I'm not kidding. I think this is so funny. He bought my parents socks with the pictures of the dogs. So my mom's are her dog. They have like 2 dogs, but like one dog is my dad's dog and one is my mom's dog. Like they obviously have like a bond with the other. This is my mom's dog. And this, she's a little fur ball. And then these came out so good. These are my dad's and this is my dad's dog. And I just think these are so funny. Like, I think this is the best gift ever. And we got them during Black Friday. The company was having a sale. Also, I'm not good at wrapping, so I'm not really gonna show you the wrapping process. Just some like ASMR, like, is that tingly? We went to, I'm not kidding, like 4 different stores because I thought we had most of our Christmas shopping done. And then yesterday, we were like talking about what we still needed for who, and we still needed gifts for like 7 people. And I was like, so we went shopping yesterday and we got a bunch of stuff. We were out all day shopping. I hated it. And shopping like the weekend before Christmas is just absolutely awful because everybody is just miserable. Like nobody wants to actually be shopping. Everyone is spending so much money, so everyone's like upset. Like it's like a whole thing. We got these like basic little name tag things because we couldn't, again, this is back to the story. We couldn't find wrapping paper anywhere, like Christmas wrapping paper. So finally we went to, that wasn't like $10 a roll. So finally we went to Wegmans, which is the godsend, and we found these rolls like in a corner, like red and green rolls, and we're just kind of hoping that those work, and that's how it looks. Ta-da! So I'm gonna have you guys ask me some questions too, and I'm gonna be just reading those off. We got a lot of presents this year. What happened was, right before Black Friday, Charles got his refund check from school. And so we used some of that money to buy some gifts. And then also I got my YouTube money right before, and I had like a really good month just because December AdSense is really good. Like the leading up to holiday AdSense is really good. So I had a decent month. So when I got paid my YouTube money, we used most of it for like Christmas presents this year, just to help out, you know? I feel really good because this is the first year that I feel like I've been able to, because being in college like sucks because you just like never actually have money like ever. So this was the first year, and like even in high school, like I never really had a ton of money. So this was the first year that I like felt like, or like the Christmases before this when I was just working, I was working like really low paying jobs. And so I've never like had money to spoil the people I love on Christmas. Ta-da! This year, I had money to actually like love the people that are in my life. And I think that is great. From Megan Hertz said, what's your favorite thing about the holidays? Charles got my sister Melanie a ukulele, which this is gonna be so annoying to wrap. I'm not excited, but let's do it. My favorite thing about the holidays, I really just love the vibe of everybody is really in the mood to just like give, you know what I mean? It's kind of nice. Like, I feel like during the holidays, everybody is just so down to like help one another out, and I did not cut nearly enough wrapping paper for this one. It's gonna be a little messy, but it'll do. I mean, everybody's really stressed, I think, because the holidays are definitely a stressful time. Just because it's financially, it's really draining. You never feel like you never feel like you got everyone like the right stuff. There's always like one person you feel like didn't get good stuff, which sucks. But I do feel like everybody's also very in a giving mood, and like charities, you see a really huge spike in charity stuff, which is always really nice, and stuff like that. Of course, my sister wanted a ukulele. The most like annoying thing to have to wrap someone would be a ukulele. Probably not. There's probably more awkward things to have to wrap. We should have gotten a bag for this one too, honestly, but I'm a terrible rapper. I don't know why anybody is letting me like be their rapper. I'm a terrible rapper as in like singing rap music, and I'm also just terrible at wrapping Christmas presents, you know? If you look at it from this side, it looks really good. I'm gonna wrap this one I got for Charles. He's in the other room and I think he can hear me, so I'm not gonna like say what this is, because this is like one of the few gifts I managed to keep a secret, but I bought it online, and it has like this, and then this is like a really special. I'm really excited to give this to him. I think it's really cute. I found it online like months ago, forgot I ordered it, and then it showed up at the door and I was like, okay, love this. This is absolutely not gonna fit in this sheet of paper. What else do we have? This is the tea. I spent $100 at Sephora and it wasn't even on me. I didn't even buy myself anything. I spent so much at Sephora. This is something Charles got my sister. It's like she wanted a mask, and she wanted a like clay mask, but she wanted like a clay mask, and I saw this one and I thought she would like taking Instagram pictures with it, because she kind of does, like, she doesn't do Instagram, but she definitely like, she has like a small following on Instagram. That should fit in this little thing of paper. It's actually kind of too big for it. Let's actually wrap, will this fit? Okay, we actually got Charles's stepdad. Like we wanted to get him something like better than this, but Charles's mom was like, no, he really wants the Farmer's Almanac. So that's what we got him. He's not a farmer. He doesn't live on a farm. I don't really understand why he would want this, but his mom was like, no, get Charles's stepdad this almanac. So we were like, you know what? Fine. I got my dad. I got him this. This is what he wanted. So I just got it. He asked for this and I was like, are you sure? Because I can get you something like good this year. And he was like, nope, this is what I want. He wanted a hoodie to the college that I go to. And so that's literally what I bought him. So we're gonna wrap that up real quick. What is something you would like to improve on with your channel? One of the things I want to make sure I continue to do, I'm sorry, I'm like all the way down here. One of the things I want to make sure I continue to do in 2019 as far as my channel goes is to just keep making sure that I'm making content that I like, even if it doesn't do the best like numbers wise. I think sometimes it's hard with YouTube being a hobby, because it's hard not to get a little bit caught up in like the numbers of everything. Like I did a video with my guy friends and I loved it. I thought it was a great video, but it didn't get a lot of views because that's not the normal content I make, so like nobody really watched it. And I think because I'm doing this as a hobby, it's gonna be important going forward to remember that like if I like making videos with my friends, even if you guys don't really like watching them, like it's good to sometimes make those. It's not all I should make, obviously, but you guys, just because some of you guys might not like be interested in a certain type of content, which I'm not trying to be like one of those YouTubers that's like, oh my god, you guys let a video flop. Like that's not what I'm saying, but it's more just like I'm still gonna make content that like I'm into, even if it's not something that necessarily like gets views, you know what I mean? And I would like to get like a real microphone that actually works well, because I think the only thing lacking in my videos right now is, because I kind of fixed the quality with the camera that I got, but I would love to kind of fix the audio quality as like the final thing, and maybe get some better lights. See, people are gonna think I bought like 2 different types of wrapping paper. I didn't. It's the same. I got them. Do you view inspired makeup looks that don't give credit to who they inspired them as stealing? That's tough. So this has been a huge topic of conversation. We got Charles's little sister a book, and I'm so excited. I love encouraging reading in the youth. Where James Charles allegedly like stole makeup by Alina, who I've done a few of her looks on my Trying to Look Like an Instagram Model series, where he like allegedly stole one of her looks, and I think it depends. So the look you're claiming someone stole from you is literally just like a warm halo eye, like a warm toned halo eye with like a nude lip. Like, you're probably reaching, because pretty much everybody has done one of those looks at this point. But I do think that there are looks like the Makeup by Alina look that is very obviously like she kind of created that technique, that whole thing. Then, and the thing about that whole situation, like the James Charles Alina thing, is that like every other person who did, I'm sorry this is such like a weird video, I'm literally talking about drama while I'm wrapping presents, but every other person who did that look, like even Manny, because I know Manny MUA did that look, every single other person tagged Alina. So at that point, it's like, well, it's obvious. And he also added like the beanie, and he added the blonde wig, and I totally get it if he just like didn't remember who she was or something like that happened. But I also think like once you're called out for it, what harm, even if he thinks he came up with it all on his own and he thinks it's original, what is the harm in tagging a smaller creator who did a similar look, who's saying that like you maybe were inspired by them? Like, where's the harm? What does it hurt you to tag them to? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's not going to take any subscribers away from you, and it's probably going to gain that person a lot. I just watched Ready to Glare's new video about the Gabby Hanna, you could tell I'm from upstate, about the Gabby Hanna situation. Really would recommend. Super, super great. So one of the questions I got was from Perennial Conifer. I don't know if I said that right. And she said, what are you currently worried about? Love you. What am I currently worried about? Well, oh my god, I got these for my sister. So I got my one sister the Berry Burst palette from Violet Voss. It's just the really basic like pinky neutrals, but I think she'll love this. And my other sister's been getting more into lipsticks. She wanted some more neutral tones, so I got her this little mini kit from Bite. I got all of it during Black Friday on sale. I also think the thing is cool. I think she'll like the presentation. It's like a decent amount of product. Like, I feel like that's good. She'll get to know like what shade she likes and stuff like that. What am I currently worried about? Well, I get like overly stressed during Christmas time for absolutely no reason. Just because I want everyone to like have a good Christmas. I want everyone to be really happy. I want everyone to like love their presents. I kind of think I get it from my mom, because my mom gets really stressed out by Christmas too. She just wants to make sure that everyone's like happy and has enough presents, and I get the same exact way. Like, especially with like my boyfriend and stuff, I wanted to make sure that like he had the best presents and like he was really happy. Even with like my family, I just want to make sure in like his family, I just want to make sure that like, because his family is genuinely like an extension of my own family at this point. I see them really often and I'm very close with all of them. So I wanted to make them just as happy too. So we did the most this year for Christmas. So I guess I'm just kind of worried about like everyone being happy. Where do you buy clothes from / get fashion inspo from? So I would call my fashion style cozy. I really just love, like I do have cute clothes. I like shop at a lot of Forever 21. Basically everything I buy is at Forever 21. Because they're like, they actually have really cute plus size clothes that are not $1 billion, which is really difficult to find. Shockingly, like no plus size stores are affordable except Forever 21. So that's where I get the majority of my clothes. And I have a couple of other things like coats. I usually buy, mine right now is like a Michael Kors coat. I usually get like nicer coats, but everything else I buy real cheap. I get my inspiration from like, I just like, there's not really a singular person that I look up to for fashion inspiration, but I'll see clothing that I just like, and I'm like bulky, like big sweaters with like scarves. I'll see that and I'll be like, oh, I want that. Right now I'm really yearning for a denim jacket and like a Sherpa coat, because I know those are super in right now. So I want those. I've been taking there's this girl in my social work program who I'm really good friends with, and I love her. She has the coolest shoes. So I've been getting shoe inspo from her lately. That's why I bought a pair of Vans and why I asked for a pair of Adidas sneakers for Christmas, because she really gives, I don't know why, she just gives me shoe inspo. Oh, these are the gifts I'm literally some of the most excited for. Hold on, let's see another question. She said, what is the worst gift you have ever gotten? What's funny, so my friends and I, first of all, let me talk about this. We got my boyfriend's brother and my boyfriend's dad, we bought them like legit NFL jerseys for the teams they love. We got a Vikings jersey and we got a Giants jersey, and I'm so excited to give these to them. Neither of them have like legit jerseys, I don't think. We were really excited. We got them during Black Friday when there was a sale. They deserve it. They both worked so hard. I feel like they genuinely deserve to have like some something really nice. My friends and I do this like Secret Santa thing. We're doing it this year too, where we give each other the presents on New Year's. And usually in the past we've done like, we've had like a budget. There's only 5 of us, and like we all kind of just don't care. Like, get us whatever, like none of us really care. But my friend Zach, he's gotten me for his Secret Santa every year now that we've done it. And the first year he got me this really nice, it was like a candle diffuser. Like, it was one of those things that you put the scent in and then you light a candle underneath it and it like burns and then you smell the scent. It was one of those things. It was very nice. I really appreciated it. The next year, I think because I'm the only like girl in my friend group that participates in the Secret Santa, so whenever anybody gets me, I think I'm probably one of the harder ones to shop for, although I'm really not. Like, just, I don't care. But it was very obvious he like forgot we were doing Secret Santa. And this isn't even the worst, it's just kind of the funniest, but he went to Walmart and bought me an adult coloring book that I actually loved with like colored pencils. That was dope. But then he also bought me a Kids Bop CD because he hates my taste in music and he thinks that I have like the worst taste in music. He absolutely trashes on my like music taste constantly, but it was definitely like the funniest gift I've ever gotten because I was just like, that's like such a burn in a gift. Okay, Lacey KT said, what's the biggest lesson you've learned both YouTube-wise and life-wise? I think this year I learned, as far as like life goes, I feel like I learned a lot about, I think it's hard to get anything done in life, especially in a collegiate setting, without advocating for yourself and sticking up for yourself. Even if it doesn't end up like going in your favor, I think knowing that at least you tried to stick up for yourself. Just like with getting the process of like getting into the social work program and all of that was just like a mess, and I don't think I would have gotten in if I didn't advocate for myself. Do you ever, like, you're wrapping a present and you forget who the present's for? Not everything doesn't just like work out. Like, sometimes you really have to like fight for it and just like get it done yourself. What did I learn on YouTube? That you guys are dope. No, I think I learned on YouTube that it's just for fun. It's just for funsies. I think I've learned like it's just important to not stress about YouTube necessarily and just try to like enjoy it while it's happening. It doesn't need to be this like, it's okay if like it doesn't become this big thing for you. I also learned too that people are going to say, no matter what you do, no matter what you do, even if you keep your mouth shut about everything, or even if you talk about every problem that happens, people are going to say negative things about you online. But I don't think that should stop anyone from starting a YouTube channel. I get a ton of DMs and just comments from people saying like, oh, what's your advice to starting a YouTube channel or whatever, and it's just like, just do it. You're gonna get hate probably, but honestly, it's definitely still hard. Like, I'd be lying if I said like getting nasty comments isn't annoying and difficult to deal with at times, but also, you just have to remember at the end of the day, it's just people online. It's strangers who don't actually know who you are, and if they want to make generalizations and assumptions about you based on the very little they know about you, they're gonna do that, and you're just gotta keep doing you. Because I think I got nervous about, I got some comments about how I like read some comments on, like, I think it was the Reddit, the Beauty Guru chatter, about how I seemed really spoiled and like entitled, and how I seemed like I was really spoiled by my parents, and how my makeup taste is really too bougie and all of this stuff. And it really bothered me for like a day. I was like kind of upset about it, and I was like, should I not show bougie stuff on my channel? Should I not do this? Should I not do that? And the answer is no. I should be myself. Like, if those people don't like the fact that I like more expensive makeup, they can go to the billions of other channels that provide insight on makeup that is inexpensive. And I also, not that I need to defend myself, but I also do talk about inexpensive makeup a lot. Just because you don't watch those videos isn't really my problem. Basically, in the words of our Lord and Sailor Taylor Swift, the hater's gonna hate and I'm just gonna shake. So that's that. We only have 2 more things left to wrap, so let's answer 2 more questions. Let's take one from the YouTube community tab. I always get way more questions than I can answer, and I always feel so bad that I don't get to all of them. This is a great question. This is from Rachel Grinnell, and it says, if you could have a second home anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I don't even know, man. My grandma has a house in Vermont. I love going to visit her there because that house is, first of all, the house is beautiful, and second of all, Vermont is stunning. If you live in Vermont, I'm jealous of you. I've also been to Maine and have really loved it. I don't know if I would necessarily want to live in another like country, which I know is kind of weird because I feel like with all the crap America's going through, I should just leave, but that's not really my style. I want to like fight to make America better, you know? Oh, I think I would want to stay somewhere in America. I'd probably want to go somewhere, but the problem is if I went to somewhere like Maine or Vermont for like a second house, if I could ever do that. If I did places like that, it would basically be the same as living in New York, which means there's gonna be terrible winters. So maybe a place, maybe a home in like Malibu that I could like, because I've heard Malibu is very peaceful and calming and the community there is really laid back and chill. I've never been, but I think a house in Malibu that I could go to in the summers and just go somewhere warm and be somewhere nice, but then also come back to like New York for the summer so it's not too hot, you know? That's what a lot of people actually in New York do though. Like a lot of older people especially, they will like have houses in New York that they live in the summertime, and then they'll commute to Florida for the winter. And I'm like, that's kind of fun. Never have to deal with the winter again. Like how dope would that be? How do you feel about cancel culture? That's a good question. Because I feel like I'm a part of it, low-key. The thing about cancel culture is like, I feel like it's kind of got a bad rap now. Like it's uncool to care and it's uncool to like cancel people. But I think people do, I think it can be a little outrageous. And I think if somebody like does something that would just be a normal mistake that you and I would make, I don't think it's necessarily right to just like cancel their entire career over it. But I do think that there are some people who do things, especially in the world of social media, that are really wrong and like corrupt. And I don't think we should just be like, oh, well, I don't want to cancel them because it's cancel culture. No, I think if somebody does something that's bad repeatedly and shows a pattern of behavior of being a bad person, we should cancel them. Like they shouldn't have people anymore. Okay, I can't say what this is because my boyfriend is in the next room and I think he can hear me, but he is going to lose his mind over this gift. And I'm really excited. I'm so excited to give it to him. This is the best gift I've ever gotten anyone. I get that comment a lot. They're like, why do you even care? Like, and it's like, well, you know, I just care about consumers, man. I don't want consumers to get screwed over. Because essentially that's what a subscriber is at this point. That's the problem. If there was no money involved, I'd be like, yeah, like let people kind of do whatever, I guess, as long as they're not breaking the law. But there's so much freaking money involved. But it's like, how can you not care about that? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Wow, this was really relaxing. This made wrapping my Christmas presents genuinely fly by. Like, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just subscribe, or do neither. I'm honestly just so happy you're watching me. Thank you for being here. I am so hungry right now, but I'm starving. I haven't had dinner yet. My merch link, which somebody just asked about, and my P.O. box. I got some really, really nice Christmas cards from you guys. I'm gonna do a whole like video when I get a couple more things talking about P.O. box stuff, because I've gotten some amazing Christmas cards. If you sent me a Christmas card, thank you absolutely so much. I got them and I cried and I love them and they're hanging on my wall. Thank you. And yeah, that's it for now. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, and Merry Christmas. Duh.